The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome. Tonight on GameShift we have Little Nightmares, Outlast 2, City Skylines, Prey, and Wonder Boy. Join us.
Welcome back to GameShift. Sorry we missed the past couple weeks, but things happen, unfortunately. We're going to start today's off with Little Nightmares. Bill and I both have been playing it on our respective systems, and by golly, this one's lots of fun. Yeah, it's a great game. Because I played Limbo, I played Inside, and then this came out. I was kind of, I was actually hesitant to get it because I never played any of those.
Right. And I did hear a lot about it, and they compared it to those two, and then I was like, it's just a copy, but because we've had bad experience with copies in the past.
Yep. No, I watched the little demo reel they had for the game and thought it looked really cute, and the animation style is fantastic. It's very claymation-ish. For any of you who have never taken a look at this or haven't decided, it's kind of a puzzle game.
Yeah, that's where I went wrong. I was totally surprised from it right when I started playing it. I got addicted to it and played it every day.
Sorry about the lighting conditions in the reel here, but this is how it looks. It's it can be frightening. It's a very eerie feel to it, but oh my goodness, it is lots and lots of fun and really addicting. Before you know it, it's an hour or two into the game, and you're like, whoops.
Yep, and the lighting effects and not being able to see where you're going and having to light the lighter to see what's happening.
That is half the fun.
Yeah, and it gives you more atmosphere.
Yep.
I like that. It was just nice little twist on a game, because you can't, like you can see, you got to turn this thing and then you have to shut your lighter off, and then the door closes and you can't see where you have to go. So
and you fall to your death.
Yes, and I did many times.
How many times were you stuck in this room?
I was stuck in this room for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, wait a minute. This was the first time you actually had to run.
Yes.
So I was like, can you run?
Run and jump.
Of course you can, but up until this point you never had to run before, so it did take me a bit.
Oh, you missed it. That's where you have to run.
Yeah, and then you got to use a lighter to get back to where you were. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, so one of these buttons has to make me run, because you have to run to the
way. You almost jumped to your death there.
That.
It was very frowned upon.
But I fell a lot, I died a lot, and that's what this game is. It's trial and error.
Yep.
And there's a lot of strategy involved.
It definitely is. It's actually a little darker on the Xbox than it is on the PC. Maybe I've just got the gamma adjusted a little bit differently. I don't know, but mine's a little bit brighter, but not by much. Just enough where I can still see the planks if it goes dark.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. I was like, wow, this is just crazy that they'd let you be in the dark like this.
Yeah, but it is so addicting, and there's actually a really decent story behind it too. You're trying to get away from, is it Ma?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on a ship, and there's assorted people you've got to avoid, and because they're trying to catch you, and they can, and they do.
Oh yeah, the size of it is incredible. Like when you climb in these ladders, sometimes the camera will pan way out.
Way out, and you see the size of the room.
You're like, wow, this is just I have the feeling below is going to have the same type of effect. Because that's what they're saying. They want people to focus more on the world than the character at some time. So.
But the gameplay on this just completely rolls you right in. I mean, I know this room. Yeah, good luck.
I know. I was like, and sometimes you don't know what to do, and then
there's many a room where you're in there for 10, 15 minutes, going, okay, I'm missing something obvious.
And this is actually very simple to figure out.
This one was.
Like, wait a second.
You just didn't close the door so you can see it.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, the toilet paper has to do with something, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna try and go right through it, probably.
Yep, that'll end pain. Yeah, apparently you did, because you popped back there.
But I didn't die yet.
Well, that's good.
So I must not.
Taking a look around.
Yeah.
You see it? Oh, now you see the cable behind there.
It's good that they do the camera like that, but yeah, there we go.
Hey, look, it's a switch. Who'd have known?
You can't reach the switch, right? You gotta. Yeah, there
Yep.
we go. Roll the toilet paper rolls.
That's right. Just push the box, you'll be fine.
I like that too. There was a lot of times where you had to push the boxes to get to where you needed to be.
Push the box, move the chair,
Move the
do
chair.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun too.
There you go. Lights
they
are out,
can hear
and it's a
it.
timer.
That's what I like too. Like the AI is smart enough to go, oh, there's noise in that room. I got to get in there and see what's going on.
And that will
And
come
then-
back and bite you in the butt.
Yeah, and then you're like, no.
Yep. I thought the seesaw on this thing was something, but
Yeah, I did
it turned
too.
out
I was
be
trying
nothing.
to throw toilet paper on the other end of it.
Yep.
I'm like, come on, this has to like shoot me up somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, for those of you considering it, I think it's $19.99.
Yeah,
available
and
on
it's
Steam,
well worth it.
Xbox, PS
Yes,
Network. Definitely a great game. Highly recommended.
I gave
think
it
we both gave it a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. So definitely a really good game and lots of fun. And now you're gonna die because you're.
I'm glad you gave it a
Ouch.
10 too, because you say I give too many games 10s.
You tend to, but you know, it is what it is.
This one is great fun.
This
like
one's
in the
lots and lots of
atmosphere,
fun.
the sheer fear of getting caught is crazy because I was going nuts.
Yeah, it's definitely lots and lots of fun. I'm still only halfway through the game. Bill's already finished the game, but he's got a
Yeah.
little more free time than I do, so it is
yeah.
what it is. It's all good. Next up, we've got Outlast 2.
Yeah, and this is a great game too. It's just not as long as the first
Yep.
one, but the fear is there.
Yep.
Great graphics. I think this one compared to the older one has more color, and there's a lot of times where you don't have to use the infrared camera,
Yep.
so it's not like green
Not as bad.
constantly. Not as bad, but it's still there, and you do have to use it to get through like dark parts.
Yeah.
But
Now, for
Logically.
those who have never played any of the Outlasts, on this one, you and your girlfriend are in a helicopter crash,
Yes.
covering a story, and it
Exactly,
kind of
yep.
continues from there.
yeah, and it has more to do with. The first one was like an insane asylum. This one is more of a cult.
Yeah.
So there's differences. They
There's-
don't want to do the same thing all the time, which
Yeah.
is good. I think they're varying it up very well. The stories are completely
Definitely a
different.
horror game, though.
Oh yeah.
Lots of jump scares.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. And how to get away from these people, and I mean the scare factor is there. It's
Yep.
Intact. Everything that was in the first game that scared you, they use some of the same techniques. There's a lot
Yeah.
of different ones as well.
It can be quite graphic, so definitely not for the youngins. I think both
Right,
this and Little
right.
Nightmares are rated M for mature, so consider that before getting them. But they're definitely fun.
Yeah,
just
I love
a little on
these
the
types
eerie,
of
gory, nutty horror side.
I love these types of games, and the new Resident Evil as well
Yep.
was really good. So there's plenty of horror games that you can get now.
Yep.
I gave it a 9 only because length. It's pretty short. It's
Yeah,
not,
it is a little bit short for the Outlast, and
Right,
at
right.
$30 to have the gameplay done in 5 or 6 hours is
right. But they definitely put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
Your camera's everything. You have to record certain things. And,
Yep.
So you'll have like proof.
Yep. Use it as a tool for infrared, and you've got to find batteries or recharge batteries or stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yep. You still have to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's worth a playthrough.
Yeah, the
I'll
gameplay
say
is
that.
definitely there. Just I'm not sure at the price and the length of the game that it's quite there. If it was $20, I'd say go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
At 30, it's like maybe wait for a sale. If you have to have it now, fine. If you've already bought it now, okay, fine. It's still really awesome.
This was one of the harder parts was getting past these guys
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna find paths that are just blocked no matter what you do, and
Yep.
then certain parts you have to like get up and run through, and sometimes you can kick the guy who grabs you, and then you have to run off, but then
Yep.
the other guy grabs you and you can't kick him, you're dead.
Yeah.
So there's some type of logic to it where you have to sneak around a little bit.
Yep.
It's a little different than the first
Again,
one. but
definitely a little trial and error. You're
still
gonna
a
make
lot of
mistakes
fun.
and
Yeah.
go from there.
Different characters. There's a lot of,
Yep.
they added a lot to it. And then you brought in City Skylines.
City Skylines, yeah, it's actually an older game. For anybody who's ever played like the old SimCity games, it's a lot like that. You'll build roads. You'll have to worry about putting in water, power, sewage, trash treatment, stuff like that. You're going to zone each area differently for residential, for commercial, for industrial, so you can generate places for people to live, places for people to shop, places for people to work, so you can generate tax income and stuff like that. Really well received. It's available on Steam. It is very SimCity-ish, but in some ways it's a little better than SimCity, in my opinion. There's a little bit more you can do, and it's a little more flexible. SimCity was great, but there were some constraints in what you could do in certain aspects of the game. Like here, I'm just setting up the very beginnings of the city. I have to deal with power, because power's a thing. And initially, to get a coal station is stupid expensive, so I went with just a simple windmill. And then you've got to worry about water, because people want to drink and like flush the toilet and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, weird.
Why?
People have demands. Who knew?
This is actually last week came out for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 as well.
I personally gave it an 8 phalange, so 8 out of 10. It's really good, and I don't remember the price point on it, sadly, but I want to say it's right in the $20 range. And again, on sale, you'll be able to get it relatively cheap. Rated E for everyone, so there's no constraints about what's going on. And as you can see, I have given nobody water whatsoever, so they're all complaining. And oh, they have water now. Now they need power, so now I've got to worry about bringing them power. People want everything. Goodness, there we go. I can pop that there and drop it. There we go. Everyone can have some power now, and they're all happy.
Is that a power facility there that you bring the power from the windmill to?
You bring the power from the windmill. You drop the lines in to drop the power in there, and if you've got areas connected to one another, like you've got your industrial connected to your residential or whatever, power will just flow through the areas.
Okay.
So you don't have to bring power lines across the street or anything like that. So long as they're close enough, it's all good. You can change the terrain. You can go across the river. This town is still in its infancy, and there's so much more you can do.
You already got people driving around?
People driving around, and there will be traffic jams. There will be all sorts of stuff like that. Have to deal with pollution. You have to deal with the economy, jobs, all sorts of fun stuff. So it can be very fun in the micromanagement department, but certainly lots and lots of fun. And another addicting game where all of a sudden you'll discover that you've spent way too many hours into it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what happens with these sim games. You just get sucked in, and that's the end of it. You'll end up with skyscrapers and high-density residential, and you've got to worry about police departments and fire departments and schools, because you got to educate people. Otherwise, you don't have educated work. See, everyone's happy now. Yay, I put it in elementary school. Woohoo! The kids aren't happy. Parents are.
Where's our junior high school?
I can't do that until you hit a larger population. Everything is population-based. When you hit this population, you're a bigger town, and you can do this. Okay, we can afford a police station now. Oh, we're a bigger town. We can afford a high school now. Yay! Stuff like that. But yeah, that's City Skylines. Again, 8 phalanges. Lots of fun.
Yeah, it looks like
Next
it'll be fun.
Prey.
Next up, I brought in Prey. Yeah, this is the new game. Bethesda Softworks come out with it.
But it does some great stuff.
It does do some great stuff. This is just like they're testing you, and they're like, okay, go in this room, and we want to see what you can do. And it's very strange because, hey, take these blocks out of the circle. Hey, hit this button and hide. That's what I'm doing now. So, and then they did add some humor to it, where like you hide behind that chair, and the guy's like, look at him. He's hiding behind the chair. We can see you. But
you've never taken the How Not to Be Seen course from Monty Python.
Yeah. So there is like some. I'm trying to hide there because I'm like, okay, maybe I had to hide over here.
No,
I already tried the chair, but he's like, we can see you. Why would you be hiding there? So I hide behind the chair, and then I get through it. But it's pretty good. But I mean, for what I was expecting, everybody was really, there were high talks of praise.
Well, if this is the demo, then you're still really not into the meat of the game.
Right, I'm not in the game. The demo gives you about an hour, they said. But there's certain spots that are restricted. So like I could get a key for a room, and it'll say, oh, this room can't be accessed. So I was like, okay, they should have just made it so you could do it at a certain point and then shut it down. But
so they make great games, not great demos.
Right. I'm hoping the game gets into it more because there's some interesting stuff going on, and you're gonna have to figure out what it all is, and how to beat this or something. I mean, I saw the commercial. It says you're basically trying to stop these aliens from getting to Earth off of the space station. So
and this comes out tomorrow, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
It's full release tomorrow.
Very nice.
Can't wait. I pre-purchased it because nothing else is coming out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Wanted to try it, so we'll see how the full game is. Maybe I'll have more video next week when I'm actually
Yep, and playing
in the space station.
You'll have to show us the aliens to see how things look.
Yeah, they do pop up. I don't know if we get to that part, but you'll get to experience a little bit of the alien.
Table.
Yeah.
Please wait. Yeah, thanks.
You have to take a test now. You're learning basics like that are going to be implemented into the whole game.
I didn't even get a chance to study. How am I supposed to take the test?
I know, yeah. The tests are so easy.
Wonderful job.
See a little floaty guy there.
Yep.
The guy's going to get his coffee, and then there's going to be a little bit
man,
of
we
a
don't get
surprise.
coffee?
We don't get coffee. I don't know.
Oh, this sucks. I want coffee.
Me too.
On the screen when you're ready.
Exhausting weeks.
We should hold out gameplay for coffee.
I know.
You're
So
planning a vacation.
Yeah, what do? You go somewhere new, hopefully.
Yay.
The questions are really not that.
You've been sentenced to death for your actions. What, for wanting coffee?
I guess so. Give me coffee or I'm not taking this test.
Ooh, that's heavy stuff.
Runaway train is bearing down on 5 people who are tied to the track. You can cause the train to switch tracks, but there is one person tied to the second track. Switch tracks or do nothing. Which did you do? I guess you switched tracks.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a hero in the game.
Ooh, a hero.
Because you kill one person but save 5.
Now it's bearing down on 5 people. You're standing on the platform next to an enormously fat man. Pushing him into the track would stop the train. Push the fat man.
Now the next question's funny.
Remind me not to gain weight near you.
So now you can push the fat man again.
Or you can jump onto the tracks yourself and die. Which does he do? He pushes the fat man. No, he jumps on the tracks. Okay, good.
I'm impressed.
Oh, would I stop the train?
Well done.
Well, that's not part of the test.
I know.
I'm going to display
It's all good, though.
So then, yeah, you'll see a little bit here. I get this, which isn't supposed to be there, and then I'm going to panic a little bit. What's going on? The test.
Oops, Rorschach test.
I need
This is
more
my
cream
coffee.
in my coffee. These guys wanted coffee, but
Oh!
So
You're an alien.
that's the alien that's infesting the entire space station. And then you pass out, gas ensues, and you go to sleep.
And wake up.
Yeah, you wake up, and then it's kind of good because they did it in like a Groundhog Day way, where like you start the entire day over again.
Oh, boy.
But then you're gonna, I don't know how far I went, but there's a little bit more, I think. So I'm gonna wake up and you'll see I have to do the exact same thing again.
Again. You choose different answers?
I didn't have to take the test again,
Oh, okay.
but you'll see.
Fair enough.
Oh, Wonder
That's
Boy.
okay.
I
Wonder
must
Boy.
not have recorded much
That's
more.
all right.
High above the mucky muck.
Yep.
Castle made of clouds. There sits Wonder Boy.
Oh, dear. Side
The
scroller?
great Tenacious D. So yeah, it's a side scroller, and like I like that they do games like this because this is actually just an overlay of the old game,
Yep.
and it just brings an older side scroller to more people today because they've never played Wonder Boy. I mean, what's it, 20-something years old?
Yeah,
anyway?
or so.
So
Very cartoon.
very cartoony. I think I do hit the. There's a button you can hit to actually see the old gameplay, and it's exactly there, precise, like below the good graphics and all that.
Yep.
The cartoonish graphics is the old pixel game, and you can hit a button and it switches between the two.
That's kind of funny.
So this is just the first dragon that you fight.
Yep.
It's just getting you used to the game, but you can see my timing is way, way off.
Yep.
And this is the problems with Wonder Boy is the controls because you can't time these jumps very well.
Gotcha. It's very touchy.
Yeah, and it's the distance feels like it's closer than you are. So every boss is the same. Hit the dragon in the head.
Yep. Hey, you got one. Yay!
Yeah, I don't know if do I beat him on the first try? I don't think so. I wouldn't
knowing
see
you,
me
probably
doing
not.
that.
Oh, a second hit on the head. Nice.
Oh,
You're running out of life here.
yeah, he's hitting me pretty good. That shield does nothing.
It's for decoration purposes only. Oh, he's down to 20 points.
I'm down
Can
to
you-
like nothing.
Yeah, you've got like 1.5 bubbles. You're fine. Do
Yeah,
it. Get
The
him.
controls are a little quirky.
8.
I mean, but
You got this. Come
it's
on.
an old classic game
It is.
that I actually love because it came
Yay.
out. I think this game
He did
came
it.
out on the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's definitely a little old.
and it's a great game. It's just a lot of fun. You turn into these dragons because they not possess you. What do they call it? Curse you with the dragon's curse. So then you have to live as the
dragon.
for a little bit. Some of them you turn into like a sea creature. You can go to the shop. You can buy a better armor, better shield. You accumulate more hearts as you go along.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. You get keys to open doors.
Yay.
It's got a lot of role-playing game elements to
Yep.
it. And it's pretty neat. I got lost for like, I probably got lost for like an hour in the game trying to find one thing that I needed.
Whoops. Oh, you got hit in the head.
Oh, man.
Hit the head again.
Stop
Ow.
hitting me in the head.
Takes the fun out of it. Oh man, hitting the head again. The fire.
Swim
Can
in the
he
fire.
make it through
He's
it?
a dragon. The
No.
fire can't hurt him. Neither can those bricks.
Apparently they can.
They're making me flash, but they're not exactly hurting me.
Ow.
Creating a stairway for me. But I mean, I gave this game an 8. Did I give it an 8? I didn't even rate it on here. Yeah, I gave it an 8. So I gave it an 8 because I enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. As you get into the later levels, it just keeps getting more and more challenging. The guys, there's many enemies in the game, many different enemies.
Yep.
These are just the regular skeletons. In a while, they have headless skeletons, but their heads are floating above them. So yeah, how do you beat that? You have to hit the regular skeleton, jump up, and hit the head. But
Gotcha.
it's difficult to do
Yep.
when you're trying to, move through the
Oh,
level.
your castle's on fire and fell down. Eyes are sad.
Proceed with your journey.
Don't set the grass on fire. Bad.
Yep. And that was just the beginning. And then you get these towns,
Yep.
and then it expands from there, which is pretty neat because you can go, you need to get certain powers, like you turn into a little mouse, and he can actually walk up the walls. So there's many different, like they
Yep.
call them dragons, but I guess because you're cursed, you could be a mouse, sea monster, dragon, and I forget what else.
Yep.
But there's many different strategies to each character as well.
Very cool.
So it's fun, yeah.
Nice. Next week, possibly Prey again.
Possibly Prey
Full
again.
version.
I don't know what else is coming out. I might
I'm
do
not
some
sure.
Devil May Cry 4.
Okay, we'll see about that. I'm not sure what we're doing on the PC end. There's a few games that I've got demos for and/or full version releases this week. So we'll wait and see what actually we end up with next week. But
We'll see you
Take it from
next
there.
week. Catchphrase.
something, dark side.
Star Wars.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.